All right, here it is, Monday morning. Sort of morning is like 4 after 10, and we're gonna do this. So let's get the intro out of the way, and we'll dive right into exactly what's going on. Welcome back, everybody, to Orthodox Review, the most uneducated educational program here on the internet today. I am your host, the guy with 1.5 thumbs, and I'm very, very pleased to have you once again in the camper with me. As always, check the links below, and stay tuned, because we've got a giveaway coming up, okay? Anyway, that being said, there are a couple corrections I need to make to the previous video on basic church etiquette, and we're going to throw a few more pointers out there for everyone to help each other along the way. So the big mistake that I made, and I beg your apologies for this, when receiving a blessing, it's right hand over left. All right, I don't know why I did it this way. I was just out of sorts. These new sleeping meds are really messing me up. so yeah, receive the blessing. I would like to reiterate something that I mentioned in a video a while back, and that is about making the sign of the cross. And this is something that I will always come back to because it's of the utmost importance. The demons love when we improperly make our cross, all right? Because it shows that we are not committed to it. It shows that we are not serious about it. It shows that we are lazy about it, which is why it's very, very important to always make the sign of the cross with reverence and intention. So not just waving it around, which I've seen people do this, like literally not even touching themselves. No, it's in the name of the Father, touching the head, 2 fingers. So we have the Holy Trinity, okay, and we have the 2 natures of Christ coming down to earth. Or if you're an old believer, it's a little different. It's like this. So here you have the Holy Trinity, the 2 natures, and the XC, okay? And still, it's touching the forehead, the navel area, the right shoulder, and the left shoulder. And then bow, okay? It's so important to remember this and keep vigilant about this. Because once something ever becomes like routine, and we're just kind of going through the motions like it's, using the bathroom or getting dressed or whatever, it loses every ounce of meaning, and it just becomes a thing that we do. We are invoking the Most High God, who, glory to Him, He actually pays attention. And so it's something we should do intentionally and reverently. The first thing I would like to mention that I forgot to mention in the previous episode, and this is a very short note, is that there are exit bows as well. So, like we said, when we come into the church, we will make 3 crosses and bows. God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Thou hast created me, O Lord, have mercy on me. I have sinned immeasurably, Lord, have mercy on me and forgive me, a sinner. Or some variation thereof. It's important that when we are intending to leave the church, like the service is over, we're headed out, 3 bows again. Good practice. If you're ever excusing yourself from the church space, it's an appropriate thing to turn towards the altar and just cross yourself once before you leave, as well as coming back in. There is... And you will hear this in some churches, they will actually sing it. In some churches, they don't. And so it's become a pious practice that at the end of a litany, there is the invocation of the Theotokos, okay? And at those points, you could say it under your breath, you could say it out loud, just whisper it. But we make the sign of the cross. Touch our heart. Most holy Theotokos, save us. I've heard it sung beautifully in so many recordings from other churches. Locally, we don't sing it, so a lot of us will most holy Theotokos save us. Yeah, so that's a good practice to get into. I would say that as far as church etiquette goes, it's a good thing, but it's not necessarily you must. But it's a nice thing to do. Someone asked in the comments of the previous episode, let me pull up those comments quick. A great comment left by Emblado. And this is something I should have mentioned when I was going over the whole this is not a fashion show thing. I would like to read to you his comment. When we attend church, it is to direct our attention to the worship of Christ. Attire that takes the attention, away from Christ and to yourself does not promote a reverent and spiritual attitude. You are not the focus, Christ is. Wear something nice if you can. Be respectful. You are standing in the presence of the King of the universe. People do a little trolling. They do a little trolling. So, Nate Johnson 4465 asks, wait, but I can't wear a baseball cap in church? Still weird. Where does it say that exactly in context? Dems the rules, as stated in the previous video. Traditionally, even from the Old Testament leading into the New Jerusalem, which is the church, women are veiled, okay, out of respect. Men are unveiled out of humility. That's how that works. Now, maybe we can go into it one day about why monastics and priests wear the skufia, but that's not for here. We're talking about just, what's the name of this video? Church etiquette. This one really spoke to me. Great comment here from Lawrence 8724. And for the people who have been coming to church for years, shut up until after the post-communion prayers. Come on, it's only 5 minutes. I wholeheartedly agree. To the point where if I can't hear the reader, I'm out. I'll go read them on my own somewhere, which is 100% of the time these days. And that is unfortunate. So thank you, Lawrence. I brought this up in Icon Veneration 101, and Daphne Pierce 9411 brought it up in the comments as well, so it must bear repeating. When you venerate the icons, please don't wear lipstick. You're smearing that stuff all over the icon. It's disrespectful. Someone's got to clean that off. Other peoples can no longer venerate in the proper spot because they don't want to wear your lipstick. They also bring up taller people standing in the way of shorter people, and this definitely speaks to church etiquette. It's something that us tall people have to be mindful of. You will never see me standing in the front of the crowd. I'm 6'2", and I'm not even the tallest guy in my church. We tall boys try to stick to the back, but some people just aren't thinking about it. And who could blame them? It's like it's not something you really think about too much. But there's short people there, so all of us tall people, if we can just not block anyone's view, that'd be fantastic. And that's it for comments on the previous video and the correction. What other things can we add to what's already been said about etiquette in church that falls close to the basic ideas? Be quiet. Don't talk. Even if it's before the service has started. If you're in the nave, shut up, please. And I say that with love. Because people show up early, not so they can get a good seat, but so that they can pray. So that they can step into that silence before before heaven bows down and dwells among us, So if you're in there and someone wants to talk to you, go outside. Go into the church hall, parking lot, whatever, bathroom. I don't know. Just don't be running your mouth in the church. It's not cool. In fact, there is a scene in the island, Ostro. Which, by the way, I'll put a link for that below. You can watch that for free on YouTube. They've updated the subtitles, so it all makes perfect sense now. Where the abbot and one of the monks are discussing something quickly in the nave after a fire had broken out. And the monk is talking to the abbot quick, and the abbot says, "Let's step outside. The house of God loves prayer." And so they leave. And so I would say that is, and that, when I saw that all those years ago, that's what got me. So I've been on this train for 12 years. Please, keep it down. And one final thing. Never rush yourself. Ever. Everything we do is an intentional movement. Everything that we do that is intentional must be done with reverence and seriousness, as we mean it. There's my hat. Making the sign of the cross, making our bows, venerating the icons, taking a moment to pray while we light the candles, entering the church, exiting the church. All these things should be done with love and reverence towards God who is among us. So please, if nothing else, take your time. At any rate, okay, so here's the announcement. Here's the giveaway thing. We are slowly inching towards 10K. We're up to 74K right now. Our 5-year anniversary is coming up on October 11th. So here's the deal. I'd really like, for no other reason than to satiate my own ego, to reach 10K by our 5-year anniversary. And the giveaway is this. Once we reach 10K, I will be giving away a rare, out-of-print, and very useful and beautiful prayer book that has been on the show. And I don't want to give it away. But I want to. You know what I mean? So, on our Discord server, there will be a channel called 10K Giveaway. Right now, it's just an announcement channel, because I'm waiting for all this to happen before opening it up to comments. To enter into the giveaway, you need to share the show. I know, because how are people that are already subscribed going to help? Well, by sharing. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And then all you got to do is go into the Discord server and type something in that thread about the 10K giveaway. Like, hey, I'm I subbed, or I've been subbed since, or whatever. And the sooner we get to 10K, like if we hit 10K before the 5-year anniversary on October 11th, there'll be more. And these won't be things that you can just, they won't be in print. They will be out of print books that are good. They're good books. There will also be other goodies. Every time I've done a giveaway, I always throw extra stuff in there because, I don't know, I like making people smile. I want to buy your friendship. Okay, so that's it. Sally Forth, and on behalf of Patches the Murder Kitten, out murdering as always, and myself, thank you so much for stopping in, and don't forget to go to church, say your prayers, and remember God. God bless you all. I love you. I really, really love you.